Hey guys, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com, and we are at the very end of celebration, and here is to an epic celebration. Get it? Celebration is the most wonderful time of the year to be a Stampin' Up! Customer or to join as a demonstrator. Did you know that? We have got less than a week left in 2018 celebration. I'm going to run you through this note card. But I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about last minute celebration orders and last minute additions to the Kitchenettes team. The Kitchenettes is my Stampin' Up! Team. We're a very fast growing, very active Stampin' Up! Team. We're also part of the CPI, which is Chicks Paper Ink, and we're just really having a great time together doing this Stampin' Up! Thing, and I'm looking for new stampers, new creative people to join the Kitchenettes all the time. And if you join Stampin' Up! During celebration, your $99 starter kit still comes with $125 of product of your choice. It still comes with a paper pumpkin and free shipping and all the supplies that you need to share Stampin' Up! With your friends, family, and acquaintances. It's a great value, the starter kit, but you also, during celebration, just through the end of March, get to choose any 2 stamp sets that you like in addition to the $125 of merchandise that you can choose in the regular starter kit. So it's a really great time to get going with Stampin' Up! If you're a fan and you've been a fan for a long time, it is absolutely no risk. You get the starter kit, you get to choose all your own supplies up to $125. You get to choose your own stamp sets, the 2 additional ones. So get your wish list and get the 2 most expensive on your wish list and join us. There's no obligation after that. If you want to continue with the discounts, there are minimums to make, but if for some reason you find that Stampin' Up! Is not for you, there is absolutely no obligation. So I hope that if you've got questions in these final days of celebration about joining Stampin' Up!, about becoming part of the Kitchenettes, you'll email me, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com, and we'll talk about it. So here's to an epic celebration. I hope you'll be joining us on the Kitchenettes. In the meantime, let's get to work on this adorable epic celebration card. The supplies that I used for this card include the hexagon 3D dynamic textured embossing folder. We're going to use that in like a debossed, you see, so our little hexagons, instead of being bumped out, are beveled in. I love that. Stamps are Epic Celebrations, the celebration stamp set. During celebration, when you place a $50 order through the end of March, you can get this Epic Celebration entirely free. You can't buy it, but you can add it onto a $50 order for free. Ink pads, Dapper Denim, Pool Party, and Bermuda Bay. I've also got some Versamark and Memento. I've got my embossing buddy and some white embossing powder and a heat tool. I've got a 1 3/8 inch circle punch, and I already went ahead and cut these silver foil stars using the Mini Treat Bags die set. I love the Mini Treat Bags die set. We got 3 of them here that we're going to use on the card. Mini Treat Bags die set has this strip of dots, stars, and hearts. So in one pass through the machine, you can cut quite a few little stars all at one time and use them as embellishments. I just love that. All right, so let's see here. What am I forgetting in terms of products? I think we're good. Let's talk about the consumable materials. And the measurements for these will be on the blog and on the printable project sheet at KitchenTableStamper.com. Alright, so our Bermuda Bay card base is 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And then I've also got a 1 3/8 by 1 3/4 inch piece. I've got some Pool Party. This is also 1 3/8 by 1 3/4. And I've got Dapper Denim. It's 1.5 by 3.5. I have a piece of Whisper White that will be embossed with the Hexagons embossing folder, and this is 3.5 by 4 3/4. I've got Tangerine Tango for our guitar here. I love the contrast that this makes. And this one is about 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. We cut the little silver foil stars ahead of time for you. And I've got a scrap of Whisper White that I'm going to use for my sentiment. I'll stamp and then punch. And this is a 1 3/8 inch circle. So 1 3/4 inch strip of scrap will be enough for that sentiment piece. All right, I'm going to clear everything away and bring in the Big Shot, and we'll do our embossing first. Okay, so I've got my Big Shot in here, and it's set up for embossing with a 3D embossing folder. We've got the platform, and then on the platform we'll put our 3D dynamic folder with the Whisper White cardstock in it, and then we'll add one cutting pad to the top of the machine and crank that through. Wait till you see all the texture we're going to get with this folder. Isn't that fantastic? So there's the embossed side. We're going to flip it over and use this debossed side. Let me clear this away and get the ink pads and Stampin' Pierce mat, and we'll get stamping. Okay, I'm using all red rubber stamps, so we don't really need a Stampin' Pierce mat for this project. I'm going to take my Tangerine Tango and just rub the cardstock with the embossing buddy, and I'm going to ink up the guitar image and stamp it on the Tangerine Tango. Then I'm going to grab my white embossing powder and just cover that image and tap off the excess. Now I'm going to heat set this and then cut back in. Okay, guitar's all embossed and looking great. We'll let that cool before we fussy cut it. Let me get the rest of my ink pads here. I've got Bermuda Bay, Pool Party, and Dapper Denim here. And the first thing we're going to do is ink up that guitar now with the Dapper Denim, and we're going to stamp the guitars in Dapper Denim on Dapper Denim and just kind of cover this little strip of paper and give it some pattern and texture. It looks really cool. There you go. Pretty cool, huh? All right, same thing with the Bermuda Bay piece. We're gonna take the little spots and just stamp some texture on this piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock using the Bermuda Bay ink. And the headphones are Pool Party and Pool Party ink. And we're just gonna stamp those kind of all over, flowing off the little scrap here. Just give some texture. And last, I've got my Epic Celebration Greeting and my scrap of Whisper White cardstock. We're gonna ink that with Dapper Denim and stamp. Then with the 1 3/8 inch circle punch, we'll just pop out that greeting. All right, I'm gonna clear away the ink pads and we'll get to assembling. Okay, let's get the sample back in here and assemble. I've got that hexagon Whisper White, and we're gonna add some fast fuse. We're gonna put this on the card off center. And then we'll go in with our Dapper Denim. Okay, so we've got our Dapper Denim, and that's gonna overflow off the edge of the Whisper White. All right, I like the fast fuse for this, or the tear and tape, because we're going to adhere to a piece that is got some texture. So an extra strong adhesive of your choice. You could probably use the multi-purpose liquid also on this. All right, so I've put adhesive on my Pool Party piece. We're gonna line that right up with the Dapper Denim and then bring in the Bermuda Bay piece and kind of color block. Then get a Stampin' Dimensional on the back of our Epic Celebration Greeting. Pop that up. Now we're gonna fussy cut this little guitar. And I like to cut just outside the line, keep the full image intact. Okay, nearly done fussy cutting here. There it is. Now, we need a little bit of dimensional adhesive on the back of that guitar, so I'm going to grab these mini dimensionals. We can put one up here on the top. And we should be able to put one on the bottom, but then I'm going to split one in half for the rest of the fingerboard here so that it's supported. All right. Okay, dimensionals are all sticky. We're going to overlap our sentiment panel a little bit, pop our guitar on there. And last touch, a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue. We're going to add 3 in triangle pattern, 3 dots of multi-purpose liquid glue. And then I'm going to use my paper piercer and just touch the glue and then use that to pick up the stars and drop them into the liquid glue. All right, there it is. Here's to an epic celebration. I hope that you've had an epic Stampin' Up celebration. And if you've got any questions about joining the kitchenettes, about placing a last minute celebration order and earning the epic celebration for free, you can email me, Marisa@kitchentablestamper.com. Thanks for watching.